The Central is presented by Vans, Comics, Cards, and Games. Better players, better gaming. Visit online at vansccg.com or stop by right off of Pear Orchard in Ridgeland.
Hello, Jaguars. I'm Miller Widemire.
And I'm Wes Fowler. And this is
J&N's The Central. And now for our top school story. 17 Madison Central students were recently awarded with the title of National Merit Semifinalists and Commended Scholars. These students scored a 216 or higher on the PSAT test given last October and are considered to be in the 1% of students who took the test. Congratulations to these seniors on this outstanding achievement.
And now for our top news headline. An official impeachment request was recently filed against President Trump. President Trump is accused of withholding $400 million in exchange for information on Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden. And now to Isabella Ragazzi with our weather forecast.
Today, the weather is mostly sunny with a high of 92 and a low of 76. Tomorrow, the weather is looking slightly cooler with a high of 90 and a low of 66. By Sunday, the highs will dip down to 88 as there will be some thunderstorms. On Monday, the temps will stay low and scattered thunderstorms will still be present. That's your weather forecast. Now let's go to David with the sports update.
Thanks, Isabella. The Madison Central boys and girls cross-country team will be competing in the Watson Quality Ford Invitational Meet this Saturday at Mississippi College's Choctaw Trails. Good luck to all of our students involved.
Thanks, David. Some students around Madison take on the responsibility of having a job outside of school. But what are some of the obstacles or benefits they may handle on a daily basis? JNN's Ella Stone has more on the story.
Many would say that balancing a job and schoolwork is a difficult task that many students have to face. They need a job to pay for things such as gas and entertainment. On the other hand, they need to spend adequate time on their studies to get into college. We sat down with counselors and students to see how they feel about this challenging responsibility.
I definitely think students can learn a lot from having a job. They'll learn what I call real world stuff on making money, how much money you actually make, about taxes that are taken out that they may not know about, and also on budgeting, how much they can spend. So I think they definitely learn a lot. The pros is, like I said earlier, they learn real world things that they need to know when they get out on their own and they're grown, about budgeting, making money, taxes, that type thing. The cons are when employers keep them to 10 and 11 o'clock at night, or if they're so tired they're always getting to school late because they get off late, and they're more focused on making money than they are their schoolwork. Those are the cons.
After sitting down with a counselor, we sat down with a student who has experience in the work field.
Some pros of having a job, well, I think most people's first thought is money. Another pro, I guess it teaches you some sort of responsibility. Cons, stress. You don't have as much free time as you used to, because if you're working on weekends or like sometimes even weekdays after school, you don't really get a lot of free time to socialize with people that are not your coworkers. For homework and all that other school stuff, it can be stressful a little bit. Sometimes I come home really late and I realize, oh no, I have a test, I need to study. And so it kind of stresses me out and makes me worry that, oh no, I'm gonna fail. I feel like in the long run, having a job is kind of worth it. It gives you a small taste of what a real job would be, maybe, not quite, but it gets you into that environment of working and stuff.
Some students find that having a job can be beneficial for gaining life skills, while others believe that it affects their schoolwork. Though it is hard to say one is better than the other, it is clear that both have their benefits. This has been Ella Stone with JNN.
Thanks, Ella. The MC Band has been working tirelessly over the past few months to unveil their new show. JNN's Eli Brown has more on the balancing act.
The Madison Central Marching Band has been hard at work every day preparing for their competition show this year. The theme for this football season is the balancing act. We sat down with students and directors to talk about what they do to prepare for this show on a daily basis.
I love playing in the show. It's a lot of fun and it's exciting and something new every time. I help the saxophones by making sure they get to their dot on time and make sure they stay there and not fool around. I think the show is well made. I think it has a lot of exciting moving parts, and it's very emotional and it really captures the essence of a circus.
Balancing act. It's about life in the circus. Anything that, if you've been to a circus, and there aren't a lot of circuses today, but if you have been to a circus, anything that you would hear or see or associate with a circus, whether it be animals, which the color guard are portraying in their costumes, or the music of the circus, which the band is playing, the types of acts that we have, like with Eli juggling, balancing beams, things like that, you're going to see on our show. We have been working on the show since middle of July. We had a brief camp at the end of May, but intense rehearsal since the middle of July. We have our in-school rehearsal during class time in the fall every day during first block, and then we rehearse Tuesday and Thursdays after school from 4 to 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and some Mondays we've been rehearsing here recently as well.
As you can see, there's a lot of work that goes behind the Jaguar Marching Band shows. So come on out and support the Madison Central Marching Band every Friday night at the Jaguar football games. I'm Eli Brown, and this has been JNN.
Thanks, Eli. The Madison Square Center for the Arts has created a lasting mark on supporters of the performing arts. Here is JNN's David Ramsey with more.
The Madison Square Center for the Arts plays a prominent role in theater and culture here in Madison. The center's latest production, Charlotte's Web, was held the weekend of September 19th. We talked to some of the cast and crew involved in the production about the center's impact on the Metro Jackson area.
There is no other theater around. The center players in the Arts Center provide the only community theater in Madison County. So if you're not coming here to get this level of entertainment from theater, then you're going to have to drive to Jackson or go to New Orleans or Memphis.
It's really fun, and I get to meet new people.
Getting to know all the people and becoming friends with all the cast, and just to be part of a play. It's really fun.
So I think that this center is a wonderful place for our whole community to get together, not just one particular school. We love our Jags, of course, but we do have kids from all over probably the 3-county area. I know Hinds County, Madison County, Rankin County, all those, and schools in those counties. So it's a great way to express themselves. I think the arts help build self-confidence, help them to be more poised when they're speaking, and I think it's just a wonderful thing for our community.
The Center for the Arts has affected not only those involved, but the community as a whole. This has been David Ramsey with JNN.
Thanks, David. Well, that's all for this time, Jags. Don't forget to check online for daily announcements at mcjags.com on the JNN page, and check out our weekly sports update on our YouTube page. I'm Miller Widemire.
And I'm Wes Fowler. And this has been
JNN's The Central.